Hello. I wanted to apologize about that. Cool Grumps did not live up to expectations this year. Um, it was entirely my fault, and I just wanted to say that I'm sorry. It clearly upset a lot of people. Um, I think I sort of knew that it would going into it, and I didn't realize how much it would have upset people. And whether or not it was a ton of people or not a whole lot of people, I want to apologize about it. Um, it was it was uncool for me to ignore. I think what is so important to a lot of people, and to sort of cast it aside in the way that I did. Maybe it seems a little silly to be saying something about this, but I think it's just emblematic of um, just that this month I think has been a little hard um, on me, and I don't think I was listening to myself. Um, we've taken on a lot of new projects. We're doing the Power Hour now, and we've just started streaming. All of which I love. And a lot of the Game Grumps episodes that we've done recently are stuff that I really do super love. I just don't think, you know, Dan and I talk all the time about practicing self care and all that stuff, and sometimes it's at least easy for me to forget to do that kind of stuff. I think once Ghoul Grumps sort of rolled around, that was the victim of the circumstances that had been building a little bit for me. Um, it was just, as stupid as it sounds, because what's the difference? It's just us playing spooky games as opposed to the games that we usually play. Um, but it became the one thing. It became like um, it became the like one thing too much. And so I sort of kept putting it off when I really shouldn't have, and the people around me um, were sort of bringing it up, I think, and being that I'm in the position that I am with Game Grumps, I think it was just sort of an awkward situation for people to sort of be nudging me when I clearly seemed disinterested, and it wasn't that I was disinterested in doing it. It was the last thing before I think I would have. It would have just been too much for me mentally. Um, Again, I know it sounds really stupid, and I guess like an excuse. I just don't want people to think. The one thing that is my fear in this whole situation is that it comes off as that I don't care, or that um, it's not important to me that people who watch Game Grumps are fans get to have an event like that, or enjoy their time watching the show, or whatever that is. That's the worst thing in the world, and it's a constant fear, because I think sort of the character that I put out on the show and the personality that I put out on the show is sort of like an angry, flippant one. I think it's easy for it to come off that that's just who I am. It really means a lot that, and especially in this situation, that people connect so much to what we do, and that people, get so much joy, enough joy out of it to be, very upset that we didn't play some spooky games. It might seem like the reaction to it would be like that I would be angry that people are so upset, but it was sort of the opposite. It was like, wow, people are so invested in this little thing that we do that they're upset that they didn't get it. Um, it's almost it's kind of touching in a way. Um, but anyway, I just wanted to say I'm sorry, and it was something that I should have seen coming, and it sort of really bums me out that not just the fans, not just the lovelies, the people who really wanted it, didn't get it, but that, someone like Dan who, you know, the same genuine love for fans that he has, and that he had worked so hard on this music video that he had just made, and he was getting comments about Ghoul Grumps in his video. I just, there's nothing worse than that, because the one thing that is so important to me about Game Grumps is lifting everyone else up, giving them a platform, giving them an opportunity to do the things that they want, and to know that something, self-destructive that I did affected his personal career negatively, that really fucking sucks. But that doesn't even speak to, the mountains of comments and emails and posts that I've seen about people being upset about Ghoul Grumps. So, I just wanted to say I'm sorry. And I super appreciate everybody, being so vocal about it, and that people even care, that we do something, that we do this tradition, right? It's important to people, and so it should be important to me, and it is, and I think I sort of lost sight of that for a little bit. But what we're doing, I'm very excited for, is we're going to do Jingle Grumps, as we said, but we've been talking about, and I think, I'd really like to do it this year, so we're going to do it a sort of like a Nightmare Before Christmas event where we basically do Ghoul Grumps in December. So I think that'll be super fun to do some horror games for a week, and then maybe get a little break. I don't know if leave us a comment if you sort of want like a little palate cleanser of like regular episodes and then Jingle Grumps, or if like a big chunk of horror would be cool before Jingle Grumps. But it sucks the place that I was in, and it sucks that it carried on and affected other people, both the fans and people around me who I know personally. As you can probably hear in my voice, I'm sick, and I think it was just a matter of, whether or not it's true. In my head, metaphorically, it's my body telling me, like, please stop. Just take care of yourself for a fucking second. Like, listen to me. So that's what I plan to do for a little bit, just sort of recharge and get mentally to a good place. I think it's okay. I've had some conversations with people that feels good, that I feel like I'm in a much better place. But again, the one thing that is so important to me that everyone knows is that, like, this is all my shit, right? Like, this isn't the fans, this isn't Game Grumps. I fucking love Game Grumps. Some of the stuff that we've done recently has been some of my favorite stuff. Like, Mario Party was super fun. Ice hockey was like some of the most fun I've ever had with Game Grumps. Monopoly was just a goddamn treat. And these streams have been so amazing. The last Detroit stream that we had was so much fun. So it's none of that. And that's the worst thing is reading comments of people saying that it's like basically that, like, I'm not interested anymore, or it couldn't be further from the case. It's really just a matter of, I think, a little bit of fatigue. And everyone talks about burnout, but I don't think it's burnout in the sense that everyone else means it. I just think it's a matter of, like, I just haven't been listening to myself. I think I've just let a lot more things get to me recently, for whatever reason. But just the destructiveness that it's brought into my life and overflowed into other people's lives fucking sucks. So I appreciate anybody who watched this. I appreciate anybody who's watching Game Grumps regularly, or even in passing or whatever. I don't know. I'm just rambling at this point, but I love you all. Thank you for listening. I hope that we can make things right and keep bringing you guys some really funny, amazing stuff. Because I think what we're doing right now is really awesome, and I hate that that I've soiled that a little bit. And I really like to make it up to you guys. So, have a good one. I love you all. Enjoy more Game Grumps today and tomorrow, hopefully. Okay, bye.